Islands are the basic land of blue. Blue is, to put it simply, the color of the mind. It likes stockpiling knowledge, and how it manifests this mechanically is by drawing cards as well as scrying in scry-like effects, which is to say, more or less, it tries to doctor its deck. Scry allows you to take a certain number of cards off the top of your deck, look at them, put them in any order you want, and put them back on the top of your deck or on the bottom of your deck. Rather nice if you don't like what you're getting. Also, it's very good at manipulating the minds of others. It is the main color for mill effects. It loves taking out opponents by essentially erasing their minds. And also, blue is rather fond of taking control of creatures. There's quite a good bit of I take control of your creature. Whether there's some sort of condition, for example, maybe a certain creature has to stay in play to do this, or whether it's an enchantment. Either way, blue loves it. Loves it a lot. Blue is also good at manipulating magic. Chances are, if you're doing something to mess with the text of a card, there's a decent chance you're dealing with blue. Blue also will sometimes kind of pull a little bit of sleight of hand by changing target. But one of the most basic ways blue messes with your enemy's magic is straight up saying, no, 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 you don't do that. Counterspelling. Very common in blue. Very common. Blue is essentially a consummate control color. For example, again, the mind control, but also blue will bounce stuff back to your hand like nobody's business. It loves taking things that are currently on the battlefield and shoving them back in someone's hand. Now, this can actually be used on your own creatures if you wish. For example, if you have this really nice comes into play effect creature, cast whatever spell you're using to get it back to your hand, it's back to your hand, and you can cast again. But usually it's used offensively. Blue is very into reactions. In fact, that'd be one of the things that you have to watch out with blue. Keep in mind, blue, I'm not saying a newbie can't handle blue, but I am saying approach it with caution. Blue is very given to metagaming due to the fact, well, with the abundance of counterspelling, it usually pays to know what your enemy is playing. So also be careful that you don't get too used to knowing what your enemy is doing and playing by that. Blue is also very fond of having artifacts. There's some very good blue support for artifacts and artifacts supporting blue. It goes both ways. They love each other. So yeah. Oh, also a quick note. Blue is obviously not a very physical color. So it's very common to actually have flying creatures or just creatures that straight up they can't be blocked. They're unblockable, just point blank.